Simplifying radicals. Starting with number 10, simplify the radical and assume that all variables represent non-negative real numbers. So let's take a look at it. When we take the square root of a variable with an exponent, you take the square root by dividing by 2. Since this is not an even number, we gotta basically rewrite this so that we have an even number. So what we do is we subtract 1 from the exponent, and that gives us 10. So x to the 10 in the radical times radical x, plus x to the 1 times x to the 10 gives you x to the 11. Now this exponent you can divide by 2 to take the square root, and that gives us 5, x to the 5, because 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now at that point, the radical is gone from that one, but you leave it with this one because you can't simplify that one more. So the answer will be x to the 5th radical x. So let's type that in. Given our choices, it would be D. And that's number 10. Number 11, simplify the radical. So we look at the number 25. The square root of 25 is 5. Looking at z squared, to take the square root of that, you divide the exponent by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So you'll have just z. So the answer is going to be 5z, which is C. And that's number 11. Going to 13. We're simplifying the radical, so let's take a look at that. So what we need to do is rewrite this. Looking at the variable, we can't divide 17 by 2. So subtract 1 from it, you get 16. So let's rewrite this as the square root of 196 times the square root of m to the 16 times the square root of m. Because this is m to the 1, and 1 plus 16 is 17. Now the square root of 196 is 14, and divide 16 by 2, and you get 8. So your answer is going to be 14m to the 8 square root of m. So let's choose our answer. So that's going to be D. And that's number 13. Going to number 16 is asking you to simplify, and we have the cube root. So let's take a look at that. Now let's take the cube root of a variable with an exponent. You divide the exponent by 3, but we can't divide 7 by 3 evenly. So we need to figure out how to split this apart. To do that, divide 7 by 3 and see what the remainder is. 7 goes into 3 2 times, and 2 times 3 is 6, and then 7 minus 6 is 1. So we have a remainder of 1. So subtract 1 from 7 and you get 6. So cube root of x to the 6 times cube root of x. And now we can divide 6 by 3 and we get 2. So we have x squared times the cube root of x. So let's choose that answer. So that's going to be A. And that's number 16.